Welcome, Yo Bro Nation. That is not a fake cough. Golly. Woo! What is going on, guys? Welcome into your Fastlane review. I'm Zach, and oh my gosh. That cough, I actually was trying to hold it until after the intro. Oh my goodness. So, welcome back to the channel. My hair looks as bad as this show was. Goodness gracious, look at me. And how are you guys doing? Welcome back into the channel. I am Zach. I've said this before. I don't know. I don't know if it's just me, or maybe I'm wrong. But this show was every bit as bad as I think we all anticipated it would be. It was just that bad. It really was. Because the results, excuse me, if you guys haven't watched any videos this weekend, I'm recovering from being sick. So, still feel like I can't hear out of this year. It's bad. It's bad. I mean, it's not as bad as it was, but it's still pretty bad. Excuse me. I apologize. I'm going to try not to cough extremely bad throughout this video. But, you know, just the way some of the results went and how certain matches ended and just... I mean, while some stuff was predictable, sure... And maybe I shouldn't be bagging on it as harshly as I am, but I'm going to because I am who I am and I don't care. I hated this show. Hated it. I can see it and I can hear it now. There's going to be people who are going to give this show a good review. And they're going to say it was a good show. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. This was not a good show. Honest to God, it was not a good show. I'm trying to get through this. I can barely hear. I do this, it kind of helps, but that's weird. But just Fastlane was not a good show. God, it sucked. Honest to God, I felt like this show was horrible. I really did, because just, I mean, okay, let's look at Becky, for instance, and how that match finished. Now, we're all sure Becky Lynch is going to win, and Becky Lynch is going to go to WrestleMania, but we're all expecting the comeback kid, going to fight back into it. No, we get put into a scenario where Charlotte literally has Becky on the ropes and is potentially about to beat Becky, and Ronda Rousey gets Charlotte disqualified just to make sure she's in it. So now we make it look like, realistically, Becky can't do it on her own. That Becky, after everything was said and done, was not actually going to be able to get it done on her own. And for her, even afterwards, be like, happy with that. Oh, well, I'm going to WrestleMania, so I guess it's okay. After she had issues, even apologizing initially to the McMahons to get into this opportunity before she was suspended, just none of it makes sense. And it makes her look weak. How it finished makes her look super, super weak. It's bad. And to me, it's really bad. I don't know how, I mean, I still will say, come April 7th, she's still going to get the huge pop. But the way this is playing out, I can't justifiably sit here and say it should be the main event anymore. Because it's it's not playing out in a way that makes me care, makes others care. It's not playing well. It's not good. It's not good. And Becky took a big hit tonight. She looked bad walking out of this match. She does. She looks bad walking out of this match. So, I don't know. Let's talk about the... I'm obviously I'm going to get more into it, but let's talk about the WWE Championship. One, that wasn't the main event, and it should have been. I don't care about no fucking Shield reunion. That should have been your main event. However, also, someone, anybody, explain to me, where did this whole Mustafa Ali thing come out of? Why was Mustafa Ali added out of nowhere? What was the point in that? I mean, obviously Mustafa Ali was supposed to be involved in this initially, right? And he was supposed to be involved initially at Elimination Chamber. But no Mustafa Ali even announced it. It's going to be a triple threat match. And even the commentary team was like, it is after. Oh no, Mustafa Ali's in the match. Oh, okay. Bad reception. People didn't want him. They wanted Kofi. Kofi. That's what they wanted. This was a bad show. It was bad. It was capped off. And then the Kofi Kingston thing being played out how it was, like, oh yeah, you're in a triple threat match. Get out there, you're next. And it's a handicap match. I mean, wow. Who did the writing on this show? And then they're like, guess what? Guys, Roman's back. We got Roman. Ooh, he's going to be in the main event again. So how long before he's competing for the championship and people are booing him again? And oh my God, could they beat us over the head anymore with this is Dean's last match with the Shield? He's leaving. He's not re-signing when his deal's up. I mean, sodium, potassium, calcium, magnesium. Put magnesium in this? Ooh. No wonder I'm so gassy. I just... mind blown here. Is it the worst show I've ever watched? Well, no. Not really. It's not the worst show. But it's definitely the worst show so far of 2019. That's for sure. And I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm struggling right now to get through this because this is bothering me. It's just like, wah. My girlfriend, she's looking at me and she says, you look bored. And I said, that's because I am bored. This show bores me. It did. It bored me. I was bored. I was ready for it to be over. I was glad it ended early. Unfortunately, I made a boo-boo, and then I had to redo my thumbnails super quick. There's nothing, though. Nothing I can look back at and say is redeeming about this show. Nothing I can look at and... I mean, outside of Samoa Joe retaining his championship in that Fatal 4-Way, which was a fantastic Fatal 4-Way. I mean, there was a few good matches that were really good. The triple threat match for the tag titles, pretty good match. And I'm sure, there's a couple others. But, I don't know. I'm ready for WrestleMania to happen, and I'm just ready to just get to it, endure 7 hours. I mean, my God, it's going to be a long WrestleMania weekend. Damn. That's all I can say is just damn. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get into what's important here. Oh, man. I got to get it right. All right, so let's go ahead and Again, I apologize. I'm going to go ahead and get through all the stuff that y'all don't really care to hear. But before I get into all that stuff, on the channel right now is my 2K19 Universe Mode, my Fastlane pay-per-view. Sadly, the final 4 or 5 minutes of the show was knocked out due to a stream issue. I will give out the spoiler for those who don't see the end. I will give out the spoilers on Wednesday on the Raw show to give you guys who actually won the main event. Also is the Raw and Smackdown prior to that, plus the match preview. My preview and predictions is up on the channel if you guys want to go back and see what I actually had to say. My predictions weren't exactly right. I'm not shocked either. Wow, nothing surprised me about this show. Honestly, there was no big surprises. Still no Bray Wyatt. I guess the company just doesn't want Bray Wyatt to wrestle. Well, you know, we got nothing for him. Let's just keep him out of WrestleMania. I mean, no one cares anyways. Oh, Jesus. Patreon.com/YoBroNation. You guys can go there. You guys have 6 tiers to choose from. We'll have behind-the-scenes vlogs, which I am behind, but it's going to be up. Ask Us Anything Q&As, Monday morning creative, AEW reviews, post-show videos, which I was going to do one tonight, but I'm too sick. You guys can go check there. There's stuff for being a producer, which connects to my Discord group. You guys can go in and check that out and become a part of the Patreon group and become a part of the Discord group and all of that stuff. Yes, I'm keeping that stuff. Just go to Patreon. Go check that stuff out. You know, it's once a month donation. You know, give me $1. I don't care. We also have StreamLabs. You guys can go check out StreamLabs. That's something easy to donate through. If you guys aren't up to doing that, we do have Twitter. We have Facebook. You guys can go like and follow us on there. You know, there's TeePublic, which I'm going to talk about in a second. But you guys like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Like the videos, share them with your friends. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Get your friends to subscribe to the channel. Obviously, it's the best way y'all can obviously help us out. Now, as promised, 4 new designs. Well, 3 new ones, but one's got an alternate design. Because it's WrestleMania, I have WrestleMania-themed t-shirts. And I'm excited to show these to you. I really, really am. So here's the first one. This is our new merchandise. All right, I have plenty of it. So I'm loving this stuff. But like I said, you guys can go to teepublic.com/YoBroNation. You can get the new t-shirt designs. This is the YoBro Mania t-shirt. I love it. It's got the red, white, and blue with like a duct tape YoBro. I love these shirts, but this is one of the new shirts you can get, guys. Like I said, there's an alternate design to this. You got this version of it, which is the classic WrestleMania logo with the YoBro logo over the top. I love these shirts. I love these new designs. And I had to ask my girlfriend, like, which one do you like best? You know, you tell me. She's like, well, I like this. I was like, sweet. Also, I got the blue stripped American flag YoBro Nation t-shirt. I really like this shirt. I think it's a good complimentary. It's just a nice little shirt. It's kind of just, you know, a veterans remembrance type tee. I'm a veteran of the military myself, so I just want to do something that I can recognize, you know, veterans. Also, while recognizing, you know, our police forces and stuff like that. Just something really, you know, America. Also, the final design, and this is my favorite. Now, I'm going to explain it to you before you start thinking of something else, okay? This is the YoBro Nation Queen t-shirt. This is like my Bohemian Rhapsody homage. Goodness gracious, does it look like an homage? No, probably not. Because it's hard to make shadows on things when you're not exactly great at making stuff. And I made all this stuff myself, so I certainly did try. But I'm actually going to probably buy this shirt and wear it. Now, these are the proto versions. The new versions will be officially on the store tomorrow morning. You guys will be able to buy them in their actual versions. This is just giving you an idea of what they're basically going to look like. This one here, it is definitely my favorite. You can feel free to guess who's who on this picture. I think Jake will get a kick out of this shirt. Now, just so you guys know, there is a sale going on right now on certain merchandise on the website. TeePublic is having a sale where you can get things for $14. Every new design, all of these designs will be $14 for the first 72 hours. That is a sale they're doing, and some of the new merchandise, I've updated the designs so they are also only $72. The Yobro Gaming and Reviews tee is $14. The Old Dope Real Bro Nation shirt, it's, you know, this. So some of these are things, but all these designs are up on the channel. But this is a sale, and I think it's lasting for a couple more days, so you guys will be able to do that. All that stuff's available there on the website. Go get those new shirts. I really am digging those shirts, and these will be the designs for now, but then after WrestleMania, I'll probably come up with a couple new t-shirts. So the store is definitely growing. Alright, so I don't want to be here all night, because Fastlane was still already long enough. So I gotta get a drink. Alright. So this is your Fastlane review, March 10th, 2017. We are on the fast lane to WrestleMania. First of all, I pray to God. that they get rid of this pay-per-view next year. I really do. Fastlane, though, let me get my notes and everything set up like I want it to get set up. Now that I am ready. So Fastlane took place in Cleveland, Ohio, at the Quicken Loans Arena, or as they call it, the Q. The kickoff show, Kofi Kingston was called backstage during the kickoff show and said that the McMahon family needed to talk to him about the WWE title match. So he went back there. Then you had New Day versus Rusev and Nakamura. Now, also on the pre-show, it was announced that it would no longer be Andrade versus Rey Mysterio on the kickoff show, that they would be moved to the main card in a fatal four-way for the WWE Championship. I'm actually okay with that, because it turned out to be a fantastic match. So, but New Day versus Rusev and Mr. Nakamura. Of course, no Kofi Kingston. Nakamura and Rusev, you know, they kind of had the advantage. This match was a standard tag team match. It got really good towards the end. Xavier Woods, doing what he was doing. Big E just, being Big E. You had a double suplex slam, followed by a running knee for a 2 count. Kinshasa was countered. Jesus, I didn't really take all the great notes during the pre-show because I just didn't care. Anyways, there was an accolade. Nakamura was pulled off. Nakamura, what in the world? I don't know. I don't even know what I wrote down here. I know Woods was put into an accolade. Oh, and then Nakamura. Oh, yeah, okay, I remember. Yeah, Nakamura was pulling the ropes. Big E pulled him off. He was put into a small package. I am just... Okay, anyways, a up, down, down for the 3 count on Rusev for the win. New Day won. That's pretty much it. Don't care. Opening match for the main card was the Usos defending the Smackdown Tag Team Championships against Shane and Miz. Now, and yes, I don't care about the pre-show, so, they don't. Why should I? Plus, it is hard to get through this. Now, I had predicted... Oh, God, it feels weird. I had predicted that Miz was going to turn, and I I go back and I think about that when I'm watching the show. I'm like, why did I predict Miz? I mean, all indications were towards Shane McMahon. But I did. I predicted Miz that would turn after they would lose this match. But that ain't actually how it went. This was a very good match. Miz coming out in his Cleveland Browns colored themed t-shirt and gear. Had all the makings of the baby faces winning, but they didn't. See, towards the end, I mean, like I said, this was a really good match. Miz was really good. Miz was actually flying off the top rope and stuff. So the Usos hit a pop-up Samoan drop, hit a double super kick, and then do a Samoan drop on Shane. Shane's still in the ring. Miz gets up, hits a skull-crushing finale. The ref takes a minute to get there to count to 3, and so Miz only gets a 2 count because the ref is trying to get Shane out of the ring. Miz goes for a figure 4, gets pushed off. Miz starts to fight back. The Usos pushes one of the Usos into the other one. Shane and Jay both go up to the top rope. I think Shane was setting up for a coast to coast on Jimmy, and Jay was gonna do the splash on the Miz, so they both jump. Shane actually cuts him off with a drop kick in midair. It was a really good spot. So Miz goes for the frog splash after his dad's telling him, get up there, do it. Miz goes for it. Beautiful looking. He even does the old school, crotch chop, like the old D'Lo Brown look. He lands on the knees of Jay. Jay rolls him into a small package for the 3 count. Afterwards, Miz is helping Shane. He's like, I'm just a little, doozy. They're patting it on each other's head, acting like, everything's all cool. They go to Miz's dad, George. They're celebrating, raising their hands. Miz starts to walk off, and Shane's still standing there behind him. And then Shane just runs up from behind and levels the Miz. And just starts laying these stiff-looking shots into the side of Miz's head. Just starts clobbering him. Shane McMahon turns heel. Now, later on, Shane McMahon is asked, why did you do this? And he just smirks, goes, and shuts the door. So Shane's like, F you to whoever that was interviewing him. He don't care. So, yeah, we're getting Shane versus The Miz at WrestleMania now. So nice. The WrestleMania picture is getting clearer. Ooh, and we're getting Miz and Shane McMahon at WrestleMania. I'm so excited. Not really. But, I'm sure they'll put on a pretty good match. And it's weird because now Miz is the face. Miz is the face going into WrestleMania. Oh my god, I don't even know how I feel about that. I don't think I like it at all, actually. So McIntyre, Baron Corbin, and Bobby Lashley mocked the Shield with a Shield-like promo. McIntyre's like, the Shield's going to ride one more time. Baron Corbin's talking about how they've been dominating Raw for weeks, so they're the ones who got the power right now. Bobby Lashley mumbles some words. And at the end, Baron Corbin says, believe that. So they basically mocked the Shield in their own interview, dropped the camera, did all the old things that the Shield used to do. On 3 separate occasions tonight, Elias is performing, talking about being on the road to WrestleMania, watched Miz get his ass kicked by Shane McMahon. And judging by his dad, George, he won't age very well. And then, trash talks Cleveland. And says, he's going to go to L.A. and talk to his good buddy LeBron. Ooh, sick burn. You're talking about something that happened almost a year now? Been since July, bro. I think they're over it. Smackdown Women's Championship on the line as Asuka defends against Mandy Rose. Not a bad match. Like, really, this was a good match. Better than I think I would have anticipated. I mean, this was not a match that I cared about, and I don't want the perception that I think Mandy Rose can't wrestle, because Mandy Rose is actually a pretty good wrestler. But the match had zero build, and it just kind of left me thinking, well, why should I care? What is the point? You know, it's a trash match to me. But the match actually turned out to be really good. You know, Mandy, you know, is trying to wrestle Asuka throughout the match. You know, Asuka, you know, she keeps going for these submissions. You know, you got Sonya Deville out there and her interfering, which actually plays into the end of the match. This nasty knee by Mandy Rose to Asuka looked pretty, you know. Corey Graves throughout the match, you know, we should rename WrestleMania to WrestleMandy. Well, that's kind of lame. Maybe Mandy Mania? Huh? Mandy Mania? That would make more sense, right? I would think so. You know, exchange of kicks and shots. Like I said, this was actually not a bad match. Mandy Rose goes for her finisher, but you know, Asuka counters, hits her with the knee. You got Sonya Deville on the outside with a kendo stick. She's got the apron up, you know, the ring skirt up on the apron. Mandy Rose goes for an Irish whip. It's reversed. Mandy slips on it. And then Asuka hits her with this kick. This spin kick, and when they showed it in slow-mo, you see it hit her face, and her jaw just, I mean, it's like, it shifts. It looked like Mandy really kind of hurt her jaw, but I'm sure she took it like a champ right on the chin. And then Asuka hits her with that kick, pins her for 1-2-3. Asuka retains her SmackDown Championship. Afterwards, they're selling the idea that there's some tension between Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville. These two will probably be in that women's battle royal, and they will handle their situation in that. Because they even did a WWE.com exclusive of Mandy leaving afterwards, and Sonya still trying to talk to her, and just they weren't communicating. You know what I mean? So that's basically how that ended. Now Asuka, where does Asuka go? Where do we go with Asuka from here? Who's Asuka got to have at WrestleMania? I don't know. I've gotten not a clue. The rumor currently is supposed to be Lacey Evans. I don't find that as a reasonable challenger. I don't think there's a single reasonable challenger on the SmackDown roster at all. And I blame the creative team. I blame them because they've been putting so much stock into what's going on with, you know, Becky and Charlotte and Ronda that they have completely, you know, with them overbooking that shit, have left anything they had to do with Asuka and who she could potentially face. They just left it in the dust. As if it really didn't even matter. So, who? I mean, do they get someone to return? Do they bring up someone from NXT? Does Nikki Cross go ahead and jump to SmackDown and she challenge just out of the blue? Fuck, I don't know. I mean, Nikki Cross was my choice. Honestly, if you go back to my first episode of Monday Morning Creative, I do mention, hey, maybe you use Nikki Cross. Maybe she'll be good, right? Nikki Cross could be helpful. Why not her? But that's not what they do. I mean, or who knows what they'll do. They'll probably fucking book Lacey Evans, who they were saying, I was watching JD from NY today. They're saying Natalya will probably be her first feud, and then she'll be penciled in. Well, it looks like Natalya's going to be busy, but we'll get to that. We'll get to that. So, New Day is backstage. They see Kofi like, come on, man, let's go. WWE Championship. And he's like, well, I've been waiting outside the office. So they just kind of barge in. And they're like, what's up? And he's like, well, I've been waiting for him for an hour. It's like, well, he's been waiting for 11 years. And they go on this spew about how, you know, how dedicated he's been, how, you know, loyal to the company, and how he's waited 11 years. And, you know, they want you marquee. Well, he's marquee, man. And then, you're like, please make it a triple threat. Vince says, you know what? For the WWE Championship, it's going to be a triple threat. He says, Kofi, guess what? It's up next. Get out there. And he said, oh, and you two are barred from ringside. So Kofi gets out to the ring. Triple threat match for the WWE Championship. Or so we think. It turns out it's not for the WWE Championship. In fact, it has nothing to do with the WWE Championship. Instead, it's going to be Kofi Kingston versus The Bar in a 2-on-1 handicap match. And The Bar don't even have to tag in. It's a tornado style. So this match basically consisted of a complete beatdown of Kofi Kingston. You know, a few waves of momentum here or there, and you got that, well, Kofi ain't gonna quit, he's gonna keep fighting no matter what, but ultimately, he fell to them. Now, at the end of the match, they hit him with the brogue kick, they go to pin him, but they pull him back up, oh, not yet, so they're setting up for another brogue kick. New Day comes out to try to help their buddy, and they're limping out, they're hurt from their match earlier. And then here comes Rusev Nakamura attacking them from behind. So I guess this is going to continue into WrestleMania. And Kofi Kingston gets hit with a double white noise. And The Bar win via disqualification. Or via pinfall. Now, I know there's those Kofi Kingston haters. Oh, why did they give Kofi the championship again? Why did they not do this? It's a story. It's a story. Now, looking at it from a kayfabe perspective, yeah, Kofi Kingston, as I put in the title, got screwed. And he did. Kofi Kingston got screwed. I can acknowledge that. But it's good. It's good for Kofi Kingston because at this point, with how they're building him and listening to how they sounded during the WWE Championship, the crowd, a Cleveland crowd, because I even said, I'm not sure how big of a wrestling town Cleveland really is. My God, was this crowd fantastic tonight. They were plumb fantastic. They wanted Kofi Kingston. They booed Mustafa Ali because they wanted Kofi Kingston. Now, this is not a Daniel Bryan level type thing. No. Don't get that twisted. I'm not saying that. But at this point, with how they're booking him and how this is going, how they're teasing, he's going to be WWE champion. At WrestleMania, he's going to win that championship. Mark my words, timestamp it, 10/31 on March 10th. Kofi Kingston will be WWE champion. When I am doing my review of WrestleMania, I guarantee you my thumbnail is going to read Kofi Mania running wild. Actually, it'll probably be about the man becomes champion or something like that. But Kofi Kingston will probably be WWE champion in one of the lower card main events, of course. Not the main event. But at this point, you can't help but believe that that's what's going to happen. It's got to. They're setting it up for us. I mean, could they pull the wool over our eyes and say, ha ha, swerve, we're going to make you wait longer? Of course they could, because, Vince McMahon's a, cynical old bastard. But at this point, that's just where they're setting it up and leaving it for us to go. I have to believe that this is what's going to happen, right? I mean, I could be wrong, but I think that's going to be the deal. So, yeah. All right, so that's my take on that. Of course, who would be the WWE champion? We'll get to that. Sasha and Bayley cut a promo that they aren't the underdogs anymore, and anyone who thinks that, well, that's your business. They said their journey to defend all the championships will continue tonight, and they will start their little trek to WrestleMania. They brought up Nia Jackson this, and we already knew, Nia was this powerhouse. Oh, and I guess, Tamina too. They're both pretty good. Tamina's an afterthought, man. Tamina's an afterthought. Revival versus Black and Ricochet versus the Glorious Ones. I think that's their team name. Now, Bobby Roode and Chad Gable for the Raw Tag Team Championships. This was a really good match. I enjoyed this match. You know, this match and the next match were like really good. Very good, solid matches. A lot of multi-team matches. I hope they do it. Get it out of their way now so we can have some one-on-ones and some 2-on-2s at WrestleMania. I don't mind if you make a Fatal 4-Way for the SmackDown tag titles if it's a, you know, like a ladder match. I'm cool if you do that. But please, give me some one-on-one matches. This was good. I'm not even going to attempt to just, you know, digest how it happened. So I'm just going to go kind of jump towards the end of it. So you get this hot tag to Aleister Black because Ricochet, he's just kind of getting worked over. You get some blind tags here or there between Roode and Gable and the Revival. A lot of blind tags. So you get a hot tag to Aleister Black. Black, he's just running through everybody. Goes for a Black Mass. Roode counters that. It hits a, you know, spins him. It kicks Dawson. He hits the Spine Buster. Goes for the pin. 2 count. You get a bunch of series of exchanges. You get a German on Aleister Black by by Chad Gable. A splash by, I believe it was Dash. And then a shooting star by Ricochet. Then you get Ricochet and Scott Dawson on the top rope. And you get this wicked looking Hurricanrana off the top rope. It looked like Ricochet hit his head on the mat, but he turned out to be okay. Ricochet then goes flying over the freaking turnbuckle post thingy and lands on Bobby Roode. You get an exchange of different pins on the inside of the ring. Dawson drops Gable over the top rope with a hangman. He then kind of right into the Shatter Machine. 1, 2, 3, win. Then they all kind of just brawl afterwards during the match. And you're left with Aleister Black and Ricochet standing tall after a Black Mass and a 630. So, very good match. I think the right team won. They did. The right team definitely won this match. Keep the belts on Revival till at least WrestleMania. All right, and don't put them on the pre-show at Mania, please. Put your Battle Royals on there. It's a 7-hour show. You can make room for these guys, okay? So, but yes, the right team won. Black and Ricochet were definitely protected during this match. They were nowhere near that pinfall, so neither one of them were even in the ring when it took place. So, kudos to them. So then it shows Charlotte and Becky Lynch backstage, both kind of getting ready, making their way towards the ring, which they still weren't in the match till like an hour and plus later. Fatal 4-Way for the United States Championship. I am now more than ever convinced it's going to be Samoa Joe and John Cena because they just cannot stop talking about John Cena during this or any match. Or especially during this. So it's Samoa Joe, Rey Mysterio, Andrade, and R-Truth in a Fatal 4-Way. This match, like I said, it was added during the kickoff show. It starts off with like a brawl. Every man's brawling. Samoa Joe does this beautiful suicide dive. Joe looks just like it hurts because he's coming in, you know, elbows first. Big man, so he's pushing everyone out of the way. So now, I mean, you get Samoa Joe versus Almas, some nasty little chops. You get, you know, some back and forth with everyone getting their offense in. You got this nice spot where Joe puts on the Coquina Clutch onto R-Truth. Rey kind of breaks it up. Hits the 6-1, goes for the 619. Joe moves out of the way. Joe picks him up, goes for a running power slam. Rey counters that into a spiked DDT. Beautiful spot. We get some more like Rey versus Almas stuff. R-Truth kind of picks Rey up, or picks Almas up, and Rey gives him a Hurricanrana off for R-Truth. So you get some more stuff as the pace is starting to pick up. Andrade goes for the 3 Amigos. Rey counters the last one into a small package for only a 2 count. Of course, Rey flies off to the outside onto everybody, so you got to get some Rey stuff. More stuff just happens. Joe hits the Uranagi for only a 2 count. The end of the match, though, sees a 619 by Rey. Goes for the, tries to drop the dime. Misses it. Joe just kind of pulls him over to him, puts in the Coquina Clutch, and Rey just passes out. So Samoa Joe retains his United States Championship. Good. I'm glad. Joe's finally getting some wins, some meaningful wins, and Joe's going to WrestleMania with that U.S. Championship. I want to see him defend the title a couple more times, though. Let Joe defend the title a few more times, and then, let him build the belt up. You've got the belt on a guy who can legitimize that championship. Let him defend it. Joe should not be a chicken shit heel champion who never does it. And they didn't do that tonight. Joe went to Carmella, went to Selena Vega. Girls, look, tell your boys, I'm right here. I take on all challengers. And he did it. No open challenges. He's just like, bring them on. You want me? Fine, let's do it. Let's do this. I love it. And I'm glad. I am so glad that they did that. And now, I think it's going to be now Samoa Joe and it's going to be John Cena at WrestleMania. Because that's just basically how they've set this up for us. That's how it's going to be. So, to the Women's Tag Team Championships. Boston Hug Connection defending against Nia and Tamina. Now, I don't care about this match. I'm sorry. I don't care. I want more Samoa Joe and whoever he's going to face. And seeing what Samoa Joe did makes me excited, whether it's John Cena or someone else. Everyone's saying John Cena, but it makes me excited. It makes me excited to see that, right? What do I have to be excited about this? Now, Beth Phoenix just, for whatever reason, is on commentary for the women's tag titles. Now, Beth Phoenix was not known for her tag team acumen. She was a singles wrestler who beat people up. Like I said, this is not a match that I was interested in. Now, Bayley and Sasha on their end at least made it intriguing. Did what they could to make me intrigued. I do apologize, guys, for the constant coughing. But man, even with everything Bayley and Sasha did during this match, man, Nia and Tamina just stunk up the joint, man. Slow paces, slow. Super kicks look slow and sloppy. Nia just sounded like a dude out there. Oh my God. I hate ragging on people. I do. I hate sounding like this mean person who's just hating on someone. And it's not because Nia's big or Tamina's a little bit bigger. It's because they just aren't good. Nia's not good. Nia's hurt people. I'm afraid she's going to hurt someone. It's that sort of thing for me. So, Nia, Sasha's getting in the ring. Bayley's fighting him off. Sasha's fighting him off. I didn't see the ending of the match. My internet cut out, so I had to restart it, and I got in it right as they were announcing Bayley and Sasha as the winners, so I didn't see it. But I know Bayley and Sasha did what they could. It was probably some sort of lucky pin or something. As soon as the bell rings, Tamina and Nia just attack them. They throw them to the outside. They toss Sasha over the ropes or over the freaking announce table. I'm guessing Beth was clipped during that. So Beth Phoenix comes out from behind the desk and she just, gets in the face of Tamina and they're just talking to each other like, motherfucker. And I don't know, something was said and Beth just elbowed Tamina right in the fucking jaw. And then of course Nia attacks her from behind. They get her in the ring. They can do a leg drop on her. Natalya, who's real life friends with Beth Phoenix, comes out. They attack her as well. And, finally referees come out and they're trying to push up. And you got Michael Cole and all them. Oh, get them out. They're so disrespectful and blah, 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 blah. Oh, who cares? Shut up. Michael Cole, just shut up. So, I have guess now for WrestleMania, we're going to have Natalya and Beth Phoenix taking on Nia and Tamina. So, Nia and Tamina, nope, they got to be on WrestleMania, so let's put them in a tag team match with those two. That's what we should do. Right on. Goodness, God gracious. Daniel Bryan versus, and I guess the Iconics have challenged Sasha and Bayley, so we're finally going to see him go to SmackDown. But Iconics are not WrestleMania-worthy opponents. Not WrestleMania-worthy opponents. I am sorry. Put them in the Battle Royal. I don't know. I don't know who they face. I guess we'll get some sort of an indication on Raw. Maybe SmackDown. What are they gonna... Are they gonna seriously face the Iconics? Oh my god, WrestleMania. Hey, but we're getting what we're supposed to get, right? We're getting it's shaping out, right? It's what's the word I'm looking for? It's coming to fruition, the WrestleMania. So, Daniel Bryan versus Kevin Owens versus Mustafa Ali in a triple threat match. Ali, that poor guy, was booed. He was booed. Bryan was booed. Kevin Owens got somewhat of a pop. And all we got was, "We want Kofi" chants. Bryan trash-talking them at the beginning. Kind of, gets knocked out of the ring. And then the match kind of goes from there. First of all, they keep changing things on us. Everything keeps getting changed last second for these shows. Now, you're going to tell me that Vince McMahon doesn't think Kofi Kingston is marquee name enough to be in a WWE Championship, so he gets Kevin Owens. But then he adds Mustafa Ali to the match. So he's a marquee name. But I don't get it. Someone tell me. Someone explain to me what's the thought process here. I'd love to know. I would love to know what and how do they figure this. Who thinks that's right? Because I don't have a clue. I've got zero clue on this. The match was good. This was a really good triple threat match. Very good match. Ali hit some spots in this fucking thing that were just like, wow. And Kevin Owens looked so crisp. I feel bad for him because he didn't get the championship. And he should have gone to WrestleMania. That was the original plans. Was Kevin Owens, Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania. I feel bad for him. I really, really do. But there's just that undeniable thing where everyone wants Kofi Kingston. But the match was good. It was quick. The pace just kept going. It was unpredictable. This would happen here, then this would happen there. They just kind of kept going. Oh my god, and I thought Kevin Owens broke his neck when Mustafa Ali hit him with that Spike Hurricanrana. My god, I thought that whole sequence. Spike Hurricanrana onto Owens, and a Spanish Fly onto Daniel Bryan. Bryan rolls out. So he, goes to Owens, misses the 054. Owens hits the stunner. 2 count. Rowan pulls him out. So you start getting, the exchanges and stuff, and just everything, even on the outside, the pop-up powerbomb on the apron, all that stuff looked really, really fantastic. You know what I mean? The match was really good. Best match of the night? Probably not, but it was really a good match. Rowan's interference, Mustafa Ali and Owens just like giving him the super kicks, and then Owens, this big guy, people say he's a fat, lazy son of a gun, but then the dude's doing planchas over the top rope. Freaking I thought he was going to crash his head against he hit and his face came like that far from the table. Like that. It was good. And then the ending looked devastating. Mustafa Ali and Daniel Bryan, they're only 2 left in the ring. Eric Rowan has already put Kevin Owens down. Daniel Bryan, he's here. Mustafa Ali's building momentum, and Ali goes to run, jumps on the middle turnbuckle, goes to jump. Anyway, he was on the top. goes to jump off, and Bryan comes and connects with the knee as he's coming down and pins him. It was good. There might be some people saying it was stupid because why was Mustafa Ali? I don't understand why he was in it. I'm not mad though. Guy's got his title shot. The title shot he was supposed to get, he got it. We can move on, right? No big deal. We can move on. But it was a really good match. Really good. Oh, and yes, I know. I skipped over another performance by Elias. I understand. And look, if you are in the chat and you are sending me messages, I'm not looking at my board to see what chats are going on, so I apologize. So, not that I'm ignoring anyone, I haven't got to look at it. So, now, Mustafa Ali can go be in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. That's cool with me. Or maybe he can compete for the United States Championship against Samoa Joe. And that's cool too. Kevin Owens. Where does Kevin Owens go from here? What do you do with Kevin Owens? I don't know. Daniel Bryan, though, is going to WrestleMania. And it will be versus Kofi Kingston. So I don't know where this goes for these guys. I'm interested a little bit, especially with Kevin Owens. Do they... excuse me. Kevin Owens was protected. Very, very protected during this match. So, I don't know. Again, it's another one that's just time will tell. Becky Lynch versus Charlotte. I'm not really going to go over the match because there wasn't really much of a match. I mean, you had Charlotte at times just mocking Becky, making fun of her. Oh, you're going to get me. Oh, no, my leg. Oh, look at you. You're going. Like, she was just on it. And it was funny. There was a spot, though, Charlotte did get pushed off the top rope, and it looked bad. She looked like she tweaked her knee, but she was all right. So the finish of the match. The finish of this match. Because this whole match consisted of Charlotte trying to fight on the one leg, and just, she was getting toyed with by Charlotte, pretty much. Charlotte was just, kept getting the leg, going for the leg, worked on it, did some stuff. A few times Becky would get a little bit of, that little bit of, oh, there's hope, Becky can do it. But Charlotte's on the top rope, Becky pushes her off, so she goes nasty looking landing. Charlotte gets back in the ring at like an 8. Becky puts her right into the disarm her. Charlotte, though, reverses it in to get her into the figure 4. She starts the bridge with the figure 8. Out comes Ronda Rousey, dressed in all black. Just comes in and punches Becky in the gut. Stands in the corner, she's just standing like chilling, like, what, homie? So then the ref disqualifies her. Becky wins via disqualification. So yes, Becky is for sure in the triple threat match now. Now, here's where I have an issue. God. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait to hear JD's rant. And I can't wait to get on and listen to Joe after this. Can't wait to hear how Steve and Larson feel about this. I am so interested to hear what others have to say, because I wonder how many people will feel the same way as me. This was absolutely the stupidest thing WWE did. You killed Becky. You killed Becky doing that. I get it. Becky has the hurt leg. But my God, you made Becky look like an inept, incapable person who now you have to say doesn't deserve to be there because she couldn't even beat Charlotte to make it there. Now, granted, she shouldn't have had this match anyways. She won the Royal Rumble. She should have been there, no problem. But at the same time, she was told, you gotta win this match if you want to be there. Okay. Slate swiped clean. And, oh my God. And then Charlotte basically had her beat, and Ronda Rousey punched her just to make sure she was there. Because Ronda, ooh, I want that Becky Lynch so bad. But in reality, if Ronda really wanted to play it right, could have sat back and said, you couldn't beat Charlotte. no, it's just me and Charlotte. I could beat. You know, hey, I'm the champion. I should. You let me make sure that I'm gonna have a triple threat match. My God. Every point of view that you would look at this, every single solitary one of those point of views, all make this match look stupid. Make Becky look stupid. You made Ronda look stupid. You know, it shows the inexperience of her as a competitor, right? That she punched Becky to make it a triple threat match. Why would anyone as a champion want to do that? Well, she's been pushing for Becky to be added this whole time. I get that, but she's a champion, right? Champions are smart. I don't agree with that. And Becky looks weak. So we're going to have to say, Becky, you know, when they do the highlight package for this triple threat, they'll avoid this completely. You know, Becky was in it. Becky won the Rumble, and Charlotte was announced. But, well, how did we get here? I don't know. Something happened, so she got added. That's essentially where we're at with this. That's essentially where we're at. It's just... Becky should have beat her. Should have got her that disarmer. And Charlotte should have tapped. Something. I know you're trying to protect her. You're trying to protect this one. But you're not protecting Becky this way. You're making Becky look weak. Oh, well, she does look weak, but think about it, though. Now she's going to look strong because, you know, she's going to win at WrestleMania. Yeah, but you took away from Becky. You didn't help Becky. Yeah, you protected Charlotte. Because, oh, I know the logic. Well, she didn't tap, though. Well, no, she didn't tap because she got punched. Charlotte, just everyone in this situation looks dumb. They all do. Every one of them. I don't know. Maybe I need to sleep on it, and I'll have more of an opinion tomorrow night. Because right now, I can't even. I can't. So Elias has another performance. You know, he's like, oh, you know, everyone here didn't interrupt me tonight because we all agree that Cleveland is a bad place to have the final pay-per-view before WrestleMania, which is probably true to some extent. But then Lacey Evans comes out, does her little walk up, walk down. Randy Orton comes in, RKO, AJ Styles shows up, phenomenal forearm, and that's how that segment ends. Which gets us to the main event. The main event, The Shield versus McIntyre, Baron Corbin, and Bobby Lashley. Yeah, I see. It's exciting. I won't lie to you. I missed a good majority of this match. I actually didn't get to take a lot of notes. I hate notes. But, you know, it was a good six-man tag, okay? I know JD was talking about how it's the bathroom break. Well, I'm sure he probably quit and started recording. Good for him. Yeah, I've been hating on JD because a lot of what he says is getting on my nerves. However, I'm still interested in hearing what he has to say because the guy's not wrong. Most of the time, he's right. He is. So that's just sad truth. Like I said, not a bad match. You know, Dean got worked over for it. It was your typical match with the Shield. Dean took a brunt of it. Big comeback. Roman gets the hot tag. You know, it really didn't kick into super high gear till the end, where they're all brawling on the outside and Seth's diving off of the thing. You know, a flashback to their payback match when they were, you know, last together before they turned on each other the first time. Seth doing his sort of crazy stuff. Seth, be careful. You have a match with the Beast in 4 weeks. Eye on the prize, bro. Baron Corbin hitting the deep six and an end of days on, you know, on Roman. Almost getting the win. You had McIntyre and them try to do the Shield triple powerbomb for it to get broke up. But it ultimately ends with them surrounding Baron Corbin. They get in the ring, they give him a super kick, a Superman punch, and a dirty deeds, and then they triple powerbomb him to get the victory. I'm not going to go into the match because, one, I missed a good majority of it. Like, I was there, I was kind of looking back, doing some stuff. What I caught, though, good match. It was a good match, but nothing that should have main evented. I'm still okay with the Shield reunion, but I still don't think it. I still think it was rushed. All right, it was still a rushed match. It was a rushed match, and it needs to. I don't know. Y'all tell me in the comments what you think. What do you grade the show? I'm giving this show, honestly, a 4.5 out of 10. There were some good matches, but the quality of the show was still bad. It was pointless with certain endings. This isn't me giving a bad score because I want to be a cool kid. I just honestly don't think it was good. Some good matches do not equal a good show. That was not a feel-good moment. Yeah, they embraced afterwards, like, really emotional, but they still did the shield bump. The shield bump. Fisting each other. They were fisting each other. I'm done. I'm done with my review. I am. So, I want to thank everyone for, obviously, coming in and watching this with me. Or not watching this with me, but I don't know what I'm talking about. Oh my gosh, I don't know what I'm talking about. Jesus. Oh man. My theme song isn't playing. Oh well. Screw it. So, that's going to do it for me. I'm out, and I hope you all are having yourselves a fantastical day. Or have a there it is. There it is. Alright, there's my outro theme. So, yeah, live. Love live, right? Things just never seem to go the way you want them to. So, I'm going to do it. This is going to do it for me. Remember, follow us on all our social media. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Let your friends know about us. It's free, costs you nothing. I will be back tomorrow night for Raw. No classic Raw review tomorrow morning. I've been sick. I did not get to watching it, to getting to review it. Plus, it's going to be a busy morning tomorrow, so. Yeah. I got to get healthy and save my voice for tomorrow night, and for Tuesday, and for Wednesday, so. Show must go on. So thank you guys. I am pretty much done here, so. This was your Fastlane review for your final show before WrestleMania or something like that. I don't know. Stuff that they say. That is it. Peace out, and you all have a fantastic night.